This is Dr. Craig Markson, and this is another video for CEQ 595 Educational Leadership Research Project Seminar. The last video showed you how to find dissertations to A, help you come up with research questions for your project seminar paper, and B, be able to identify journal articles in the references section of the dissertation. And now what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to find journal articles using the Stony Brook library system. The course PowerPoint that we're going to use, which will help you follow these instructions when you're not watching the video, it's called the EbscoHost database PowerPoint, which I just brought up on my screen. So what you could do is you could use this after you watch this video in case you forget how to do certain steps. I'm going to minimize this. We're going to go onto the Stony Brook Library website right now by going to www.library.stonybrook.edu. Once again, that's www.library.stonybrook.edu. Okay, this is the site. We're going to click on Databases over here in the upper left. Then we're going to click on E over here, and we're going to scroll down to EbscoHost, which is right over here. It's called EbscoHost. We're going to click on that. You're going to enter your NetID and NetID password. If you don't know how to find that, there is a handout in class and also a file attachment in your course files, which will show you how to find your NetID and NetID password. Okay, we're going to click on, there's a little, in the upper left, there's a little box you could check off, which is select all. This might slow down the search on your computer. I've been finding it to be pretty quick, but if it slows it down, then what you could do is just check off relevant education journals. But I'm going to hit select all and then hit continue. I'm going to click on Advanced Search up over here, Advanced Search. Then I'm going to check off Full Text. On the left-hand side is a box, Full Text, check off that. And one of the articles that we were looking for was called What Makes a Good School? What Makes a Good Elementary School? I just highlighted that, and I'm going to hit Control-C for copy. Go back to the site, hit Control-V over here in the upper left. Whoops. And then from the selected field, I'm going to select Title and hit Search over here. Takes a little while, so just bear with me. And as luck would have it, the article comes up and it's available on Stony Brook's online library. How do I know? There's a link over here for the PDF. Okay, so you can save this article as a PDF. We're not going to click this just yet. We're going to actually click on the title of the article right here. And if you look down over here, there's I'll highlight it, there's a brief abstract right over here. I'll circle it here. Look. There we go. Brief abstract. Okay. And on the left-hand side, I am going to click on the PDF link on the left. And here's the article. Now if I want to save it on my computer, this was an article that I wanted for, I think it was my third research question that was in the other video that I showed you on dissertations, but let's just take a look. Yeah, it was for research question 3, which was what were the most effective methods of promoting a positive school culture for bullying prevention. So it would go into that folder which I already created on my desktop. So let me go back. I'm going to right click on my mouse, hit Save As. I'm going to go to my desktop. I have a folder for Research Question 3. And I already saved it before, so I'm going to just overwrite it. And I saved it under the author's last name of Johnson 2008. Hit Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to, on the upper left where it says Detailed Record, I'm going to go back and click on that, because since I'll probably be using this article, I want to have the citation for it in my references section at the end of my research paper. So on the right over here, I'm going to click Cite, and it gives you various forms of references. So we're using APA reference. So it says APA if you look over here. So this is the actual reference. So I'm going to left click on the mouse, highlight it. I'm going to hit Control C on my keyboard for copy. I'm going to go to a references section that I created in Microsoft Word. See, it says references here. I'm going to, on the upper left, I'm going to hit paste, but I'm going to hit paste special and select unformatted Unicode text. Okay. Now, it did what's called the left indent. I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's assume that it didn't do that. I'm going to undo this here. Normally it looks like this when you paste it. Okay, but you have to make it, you have to do what's called the left or a hanging indent. In order to do that, you highlight what you pasted. Okay, as I did, I left highlighted. On the top of Microsoft Word where it says paragraph, you're going to click on the little like box in the lower right there. And then where it says special over here, you're going to make that say hanging. Hit OK, and then it indents it. The only thing is, because we hit paste special, if you look back at what we cut, the journal, the title of the journal, not the journal, not the article title, but the title of the journal it was in, should be in italics. But when you paste special, it won't paste it as it looks here, and we need it to be in italics. So what I'm going to do is go back to the references section in Microsoft Word, highlight the title of the journal, and then click on the top where it says I for italics and make it italics. And that's what it should look like. Okay, so this was this article was for answering my research question 3. But if you remember, I also had a introductory research question 1, which was, according to the research literature, what was K through 12 school bullying, and what were the most common forms found in our nation's schools. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another search on the EbscoHost part of the Stony Brook site. I'm going to hit clear up here. And remember, EbscoHost is specifically for finding journal articles, not dissertations, but journal articles, which 90% of your paper, you're going to be using journal articles for your references and citations, not dissertations. Dissertations only help you come up with research questions and maybe see what journal articles they are using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a search under, let's say, kinds or types of school bullying. Hit search. This is sort of my introductory question. Takes a little while because I'm looking through all journals within EbscoHost. We'll probably get several hundred articles. We'll have to look through it. Takes a little while, like I said. Okay, so it came up with 257 articles. So I'm going to look through some of these, look at some of the titles. Here's an interesting one: bullying in schools, school counselors' responses to 3 types of bullying incidents. That might be one we want to look at, because it has different types of bullying. This one looks like a great article. Bullying in School, an overview of types, effects, family characteristics, and intervention strategies. So this is one I'll probably want to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the PDF link here. Here's the article. Now, if you remember, my research question 1 was sort of like an introductory question, such as, according to the research literature, what was K-12 school bullying and what were its most common forms found in our nation's schools. So the article that we found will probably answer that question. So what I'm going to do is to save it. I'm going to right-click, hit Save As, go to my desktop, and I have a folder which I created called Research Question 1 over here. And I'll just call it Bullying Types. And hit Save. And it's saved in the folder on my computer. Now again, I'll want to put the citation for this article in my reference section of my paper. So I'm going to click on Detailed Record on the upper left. Click on Cite on the right. Find the APA reference for it, which is here. I'm going to highlight this. I know that the title of the journal itself, not the journal title, but the title of the journal is going to be in italics. So I have to remember to change it when I cut it into Microsoft Word. So I'm going to highlight it, hit Control-C for copy, go to Word, go to my references section of my paper, hit Paste Special, select Unformatted Unicode Text. Then I want to change the title of the journal until italics. And again, if it doesn't cut with the hanging indent, you're going to want to highlight this. It did it in this case, but you're going to click on paragraph up here and make sure the middle here says hanging. So it's a hanging indent, which it is. There you have it. Feel free to use the PowerPoint that I distributed that's in class. It's also part of the course files for this particular course, but the PowerPoint's called EbscoHost database, and it'll walk you through everything that we just did. I hope you found this video helpful.